Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And good morning. Welcome to Mayville State University, Scott Berry Field. After a couple of days of rain, we are back with the Region 2B baseball tournament and a winner's bracket game between the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and the Nelson County-Midkota Chargers. How you doing, everyone? I'm Joe Lancello along with Jacob Tenson. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com. A great day of baseball on Saturday. Larimore started with a 4-3 win over Maple River, which eliminated Maple River. And then it was Nelson County-Midkota beating Hatton Northwood 5-4 to advance to this game. And then Thompson, the defending region champion and also the four-time defending Class B state champion in North Dakota. Thompson, getting a run in the bottom of the eighth inning to defeat Larimore 5-4 and eliminate the Larimore Polar Bears. So hopefully another great day of baseball today. We start with this game, Hillsboro Central Valley versus Nelson County-Midkota. This starts the double elimination part of the tournament. The winner advances to play in the first game tomorrow, and the loser will play later today against the loser of our second game, which has Mayport CG against Thompson. So 3 games in store today, and we've got a beautiful sunny sky for it after a couple of days of rain. And it'll be a couple of right-handers pitching today. John Molina will go for Nelson County-Midkota. Brody Dickoff will throw for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. We'll come back with our pregame coaches' comments after these messages on yourliveevent.com.
News, weather, and sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Time now for our pregame coaches' comments, brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHB.bank. Logan Lund is coach of the Nelson County-Midkota Chargers, who got here with a victory over Hatton Northwood on Saturday, and it was a game where you were able to just stay one step ahead of them.
Yeah, we felt like we controlled the game kind of from the get-go, but we absolutely knew that Hatton Northwood was going to punch back and make a run, and we just had to, contain them. And they had a couple innings there where, they had some guys on and they scored a few runs there, but just being able to minimize damage and keeping the game in our favor. And when we're playing with a lead, especially with Brody on the mound, we're a tough team to beat. So really glad it worked out in our favor.
Brody Waynesbury with 10 strikeouts on the day and a nice afternoon on the mound.
Yeah, it's what I expect out of him every day he goes on the bump. It's he sets a really high standard for himself, and I meet the standard with him, and it's something that we expect to happen every time he's out, and he did what he had to do, and he gave us a chance to win. That's all you can ask for.
John Molina behind the plate with a solid game too, 3 for 3, and I think he got hit by a pitch once and scored 2 runs.
Yeah, Johnny's a workhorse back there behind the dish. He works really hard. I think he'd say he didn't have his best game behind the plate, but at the dish he made up for it, having 3 hits and getting on base every time. And he started slow this year, but sometimes you gotta get through a few growing pains to begin the spring season, especially as a sophomore. And getting hot this time of the year is all that matters. So it was good to see Johnny have a good day on Saturday.
And he'll be starting on the mound today.
Yeah, he's our clear-cut number 2 guy, and there was no thought process about it. Just get through the game 1 with Brody, and John's going to get game 2, and expect the same kind of standard from John as we do Brody. He's got to stay in the zone and really understand that Hillsboro's got a really good lineup, and you're not gonna put up zeros every single inning, but minimizing damage, keeping them to 1 run here, 1 run there, and letting your defense play well and give your team a chance to win.
You have faced them twice, and they've won both meetings. What were the key things in those games?
Game 1, boy, that was a cold, chilly day in Tolna. That was, I think, their first game and our second game, so it was kind of, just who can make the least amount of mistakes really was all that game was about, and they made less than we did. And game 2 was a really good game. I mean, good pitching all around, good defense, good hitting, really close game. They just their top of the order ended up coming up in the bottom of the 7th and beating us. So really excited to see what happens today. 2 good teams going at it, and it should be a fun day.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Logan Lund, coach of the Nelson County-Midkota Chargers. Our pregame show brought to you by, pregame interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, DHB.bank. We'll continue with our pregame coaches' comments after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
At Heritage House in Halstead, you'll find spacious, beautifully updated apartments designed for your comfort. The elegant common areas are perfect for gathering with friends, enjoying engaging activities, and making new memories. With a focus on active senior living, you can be assured that every day is an opportunity for fulfillment and joy. To find out more, call 218-456-2105 for Heritage House in Halstead or visit halsteadlivingcenter.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities. People often ask me, why are Hillsboro Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsboro Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsboro students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
Continue with our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHB.bank. Joined now by Benjamin Strand, the coach of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, the number one seed in this tournament. It was probably a good thing you did add that game with Park River area on Thursday of last week, because with the rain you wound up having it would have been like a full week between games for you.
Yeah, I mean, we were hoping, the reason we got it is so it was at least just not, a 4-day break, but now that's turned into, could have been a 7 or 8 day break. So, yeah, really good that we got that game in, and it was a good competitive game. So, at least keep the guys a little bit fresh going into today.
It does show your guys in that game, which went 9 innings, and you wound up falling a run short. You guys have got some good batting eyes. I think you took 6 walks in the inning where you scored your 4 runs.
Yeah, I think some of that goes with experience. We got a lot of experienced guys, and they do, pretty good job, especially as the game moves along, of taking pitches and being patient for their pitch. So, we're hoping that experience can carry into this tournament for us too.
Did you watch any of the games on Saturday?
Yeah, I was a tournament manager, so I was here for all of them. It was, holy smokes, all 3 close games, and that's what happens when we get into a region tournament a lot of times, a lot of close games, and everybody comes to play, everybody looks to try and scratch their way into the next round, so we expect a good competitive game in this one too.
And you faced Nelson County-Midkota about a week ago, I think.
Yeah, ended up with a win 3-2 in that game. It was a really close game. They're a good team. They hit the ball well, put the barrel on the bat well, and we don't expect them to make a whole lot of mistakes. So we got to play our game and make sure we're having good at-bats and taking advantage of any little mistake that comes along.
Brody Dickoff will start for you on the mound today. Tell me a bit about what he throws.
I think Brody does a good job, throwing strikes and getting, making the other team earn it. He's a senior. He mixes it up well, too, with his off-speed, so we expect him to go up there and hopefully have a quick top of the first and get us back in the dugout to hit.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Benjamin Strand, coach of the Hillsboro Central Valley Brewers. Our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHB.bank. Back with the starting lineups from Mayville State. The Region 2B baseball tournament continues. Nelson County-Midkota against Hillsboro Central Valley. Back after these words on yourliveevent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com. Order yours today.
And we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
The Nelson County-Midkota Chargers looking like they're warming up more for the World Cup starting next month than they are for a baseball game, as the Chargers will take on Hillsboro Central Valley in this semifinal of the Region 2 Class B baseball tournament. Time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products. Grower-owned. CrystalSugar.com. First of all, for Nelson County-Midkota, leading off will be the shortstop, Brody Rainsbury. Hitting second at third base, Lakin Ronigan. Batting third at first base, Landon Sundin. Hitting cleanup for the Chargers in center field, Cooper Hovdenis. Batting fifth, the pitcher, John Molina. Hitting sixth, the catcher, Caleb Ransbury. Hitting seventh, the designated hitter, Brody Landis, and he's batting for the second baseman, Noah Hoffman. Hitting eighth, left fielder, Brendan Lenz, and batting ninth in right field, Keaton Ronigan. Logan Lund's starting lineup for Nelson County-Midkota, Brody Rainsbury, Lakin Ronigan, and Sundin, Hovdenis, Molina, and Caleb Rainsbury, Landis, Lenz, and Keaton Ronigan. John Molina will be the pitcher for the Chargers today. He had faced Hillsboro Central Valley back on May the 7th, went 6 innings plus 3 batters in the 7th, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 2, hit 1, and struck out 4. Now for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Leading off and catching will be Tyson Leshuk. Hitting second at shortstop, Chase Hafley. Batting third at first base, Bryce Miller. Hitting cleanup for the Burros, the center fielder, Alexander Duffner. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Brody Breidenbach, and he's batting for the left fielder, Griffin Mitzel. Hitting sixth for Hillsboro Central Valley, the right fielder, Brayton Chenault. Batting seventh at second base, Austin Cotton. Hitting eighth at third base, Matthew Hershey. Batting ninth, the pitcher, Brody Dickoff. Benjamin Strand's lineup for Hillsboro Central Valley, Leshuk, Hafley, and Miller, Duffner, Breidenbach, and Chenault, Cotton, Hershey, and Dickoff. Brody Dickoff will be on the mound today for Hillsboro Central Valley. He's got a record of 2 wins and 2 losses with a 6.35 earned run average. His last outing on the mound was last week Thursday against Park River area. He took the loss in that game, going 2 innings, allowing 1 hit, 1 run. That 1 hit was a home run by Noah Troftgruben of Park River area. That broke a 4-4 tie in the top of the 9th inning. Dickoff had 3 walks and 4 strikeouts in that game. And those are our starting lineups, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products. Grow our own crystalsugar.com. And this is the first of 3 games that will be played today at Mayville State University. The other semifinal will be following this game, with Mayport CG, the number 2 seed, taking on Thompson, the defending region champions, and also the 4-time defending North Dakota Class B state champions. And our third game of the day will have the loser of this game take on the loser of the Mayport CG Thompson game. The winner stays alive in the double elimination tournament, and the team that loses will be done for 2026. Jacob Tenzen is here too. I know you weren't able to see any of the games on Saturday, but it seems like we should have another pretty good Region 2 tournament.
I'll say if Saturday is any sort of indicator of what we have in store for us today, all 3 one-run games, we might be in store for a bunch of great baseball here today.
And especially Nelson County-Midkota's Hillsboro Central Valley's last game was a run game also, that against Park River area last Thursday, and that one went 9 innings, so certainly they're playoff primed, I guess you would say.
I would say so as well, and also the last time these 2 teams matched up was a one-run game, 3-2 victory for Hillsboro Central Valley. So these 2 teams are familiar with each other, seen each other twice. The first time they matched up was way at the beginning of the season. Like I said, the one-run game. Then the second time they matched up. So I think we could see another close one here today.
Coach Logan Lund was saying that was a really cold day, where Hillsboro Central Valley won that 5-1 at Nelson County-Midkota. Nelson County-Midkota, by the way, includes Midkota, Lakota, Dakota Prairie, and Kinsel high schools. Hillsboro, Central Valley with Hillsboro and Central Valley. As we get to graduation season, the seniors would like to have a few more nice memories to take with them as they go on to the real world.
Game 4 is between the visitors on the scoreboard.
Well, to them, the real world is baseball right now. That's all they care about right now.
Agreed. Our scoreboard brought to you by Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest. And we are coming to you from the Dakota Heritage Bank broadcast booth. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHB.bank.
Your umpires for today's game are Ryan Ingeman and Todd Elfman. These umpires are registered with the NDHSAA. Their experience
And
qualify them to administer the rules of the game.
Tell you what, let's take a break for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back at Mayville State University after these messages on YourLiveEvent.com.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Get ahead of your spring planting needs with flowers, shrubs, and trees. Watts Ace Hardware Greenhouse is open now. Watts Ace Hardware, a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware and check out their greenhouse, which is open right now. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com. At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
It's a sunny day here at Mayville State University. 58 degrees our temperature. Wind out of the south-southeast at 10 miles an hour. Humidity 58%. So sweatshirts might still be the order of the day for those of you who might be coming in later to watch one of the other two games here coming up on yourliveevent.com. But not with a nasty wind that will raise havoc with infielders and lowering the comfort of those in the audience. We'll be back with the first pitch. Nelson County-Midkota against Hillsboro Central Valley after this on yourliveevent.com.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Right-hander Brody Dickoff taking his warm-up tosses for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros on the mound. For Brody, he's got a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, 6.35 earned run average. This is his 6th game of the season, his 4th start. He's gone 14 1/3 innings, allowed 22 hits, 18 runs, 13 earned, walked 9, struck out 10. And the first pitch of today's game brought to you by the Norman County Raceway. Check the World of Outlaws late models on Tuesday, June 30th in Ada. Tickets now available at normancounty.raceway.com. Brody Rainsbury, the shortstop, to lead it off for Nelson County-Midkota. First pitch is high and away, ball 1. Brody, the winning pitcher in the Chargers' 5-4 win over Hatton Northwood on Saturday. That's high 2-0. Brody had a single and 4 at-bats. And as I say, the winning pitcher, he struck out 10. There's a called strike, 2-1. Lakin Ronigan and Landon Sundin will follow Brody Rainsbury in the Charger batting order. That's high and away, 3-1. Dickoff delivers. Strike 3-2.
Yeah, hitter's count there. Maybe want to see him unleash that one, and it looks like it was right down the middle.
And that's high, ball 4. So Brody Rainsbury gets the game started with a walk. Now third baseman Lakin Roningen stands in. LakinRoNningen. Lakin was 1 for 4 on Saturday. He played shortstop on Saturday with Brody Rainsbury on the mound. Now with Brody back at his regular position, shortstop, Lakin moves to third. 1-0 pitch on the way. Rainsbury, good lead. Swung on, grounded slowly to second. Flipped to short for 1, relay, no. So 4-6 on the fielder's choice. Cotton to Halfley. Brody Rainsbury is out, and Lakin Ronigan, the runner at first, with 1 out.
It would have been a kind of a momentum shift right away to get to that double play if they could have, but just barely missed it, just beating it out on the run there.
Yeah, the ball hit just a little too slowly. Now Landon Sundin, the first baseman, will stand in. Landon, a senior, Went 1 for 3 with a run scored. Outside ball 1.
And Dickoff kind of struggling to find the zone here early on.
Lakin Ronigan with a decent lead at first. And that's hit right at the shortstop. Half lead, a second for one relay. And that throw gets away. And the catcher covering, and the throw to second will not be in time.
And again, back-to-back plays there. Hillsboro Central Valley has a chance to turn 2, this time an actual good chance with that ball being hit hard, but just unfortunate they can't quite twist it, and now they have a runner on second afterwards.
So a throwing error on the shortstop halfway, allowing Sundin to reach, and actually getting to reach second. Now the cleanup hitter, Cooper Hovdenis, the center fielder. Hovdenis, a sophomore, went 1 for 4 with a run scored and a run batted in, and that almost hit him. 2-0 to the Nelson County-Midkota cleanup hitter. Sundin at second with 2 out. That got the outside corner 2-1. Pitcher John Molina to hit next for the Chargers. And that just missed the outside corner, going for the same spot but missing, in the count now 3-1.
And early on, I mentioned it already, it seems like he's struggling to find the zones. If I'm a Charger hitter, I'm waiting until I get a pitch I really like.
And ball 4, second walk of the inning allowed by Dickoff. So Hovdenis goes to first, Sundin still at second for John Molina. Molina, as I said in the pregame show, 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. He was also hit by a pitch once. Double and 2 singles in the win against Hatton Northwood on Saturday. Sands back in the box a little close to the plate. That's in the air to center field. Can of corn for Alexander Duffner to make the catch and retire Nelson County-Midkota in the first. No runs, no hits. There was an error. There were also a couple of walks and 2 runners left. After a half inning on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Nelson County-Midkota nothing. Hillsboro Central Valley come to bat on YourLiveEvent.com.
On relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge-Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
Nelson County-Midkota threatened in the top of the first inning, not able to get anything across. And now it's Hillsboro Central Valley coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Right-hander John Molina on the hill for the Chargers. He last faced Hillsboro Central Valley on May the 7th, went 6 innings, and wound up taking the loss when Hillsboro Central Valley got a hit batter and then back-to-back hits in the bottom of the 7th inning to take a 3-2 decision. Once again, the winner of this game goes on to the next round of the winner's bracket tomorrow, and we will start at 11 a.m. tomorrow. They held off the start for about an hour today, I'm assuming because wanted to get a little extra sunshine time for the field after the rain of the last couple of days. Now Tyson Lushuk, the catcher, will lead off for Hillsboro Central Valley. Batting .351, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. And that caught the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Caleb Rainsbury behind the plate for Nelson County-Midkota. Landon Sundin at first, Noah Hoffman at second. Brody Rainsbury at short, Lakin Ronigan at third. Here's a swing and a pop into possible no man's land. And that drops for a base hit.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough play there, like you said, right in no man's land, right between right field and second base. And there is a little bit of wind, so it's kind of twisting around there a touch.
Not to the stage we had last week and on to Saturday, too. So Lushuk is on first, the leadoff man. This brings up shortstop Chase Halfley. Lushuk with 9 stolen bases on the air. First pitch is off speed and inside ball 1. Nelson County-Midkota's outfield from left to right. Brendan Lenz, Cooper Hovdenes, and Keaton Ronigan. Fastball low, 2-0. Lenz in left field giving up quite a bit of the line and playing deep. Throw to first. And Lushuk is back. Was talking with Coach Benjamin Strand during the pregame show about how his kids showed some good batting eyes, and that's a strike, 2-1. In their last game against Park River area, where they had 6 walks in 1 inning, Halfley, 17 walks and only 8 strikeouts. That's lofted into right field. Keaton Ronigan misplays it, and the ball falls. Lushuk will go to third. So runners at the corners with nobody out. That'll be a base hit for Halfley.
Again, the right fielder just unable to judge that correctly. Goes right over his head, and said it's not a crazy wind that's going on here, but it's just enough to kind of confuse the outfielders a little bit, it seems like, or at least early on.
So runners at the corners for Hillsboro Central Valley with nobody out brings up first baseman Bryce Miller. Bryce hitting .436, leading the team in average, 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Now does Halfley take off from first to draw a throw, perhaps? Well, he draws a different kind of a throw and gets back safely.
Say he was leaning kind of towards second, looked like he was getting ready to go. Wouldn't be surprised if he does.
Molina in an early jam here in the bottom of the first inning. Called strike on an off-speed pitch. Center fielder Alexander Duffner to hit next for Hillsboro Central Valley. No score, bottom of the first inning. Burrows runners at first and third. Now the runner at first goes. And Rainsbury is going to hold on to the ball. Takes away a force. Puts runners at second and third with nobody out. And the count is 1-1 to Miller. Fastball inside, 2-1.
And so already a great scoring chance here for the Burros. See if they can take advantage here. Being the 1 seed, looking like they're already dominating early on.
Outfield deep for Miller. And that's hit well to left field. Trying to chase it down was Lenz. He does. Here comes Lushuk to score, and Halfley to third on a sac fly, and it's 1-0 Hillsboro Central Valley.
Fly brings up center fielder Alexander Duffner.
1-0 Burros here in the bottom of the first.
So Hillsboro Central Valley strike first, and now Alexander Duffner, the center fielder. And Lenz seemed to have to fight the wind a little bit to get to that ball, too.
Yeah, and off the bat, I thought maybe they was going to get out of here. It
Yeah.
looked awfully well.
Molina now out of the windup with 1 out and a runner at third. Inside ball 1. Duffner, 5 home runs, 23 runs batted in, leading the Burros in those departments. And that off-speed pitch missed, 2-0. Looks like Molina's plan is to jam Duffner, at least from those first 2 pitches. High 3-0. Designated hitter Brody Breidenbach on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. 1-0 Burros, bottom of the first inning. A runner at third and 1 out. Excuse me, swing. And Duffner kind of did the Homer Simpson, do! Do! When bat met ball. The 3-1, high ball 4. First walk allowed by Molina. And once again, the Burros runners at the corners with 1 out. Here's Brody Breidenbach, the designated hitter. He's batting for left fielder Griffin Mitzel. Brody hitting .364, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. Duffner getting a decent lead at first, and he'll take off. And again, no throw. Pitcher's called a strike, 0-1.
So again, the Burros, same situation they had just moments ago, running on second, third, now with 1 out this time.
Nice stop by Caleb Rainsbury on that pitch, and the count is 1-1. There is a lot of room in foul territory here at Scott Berry Field. That's grounded toward the hole. Brody Rainsbury with the stop, the throw a little bit high, but he gets his man. A run scores and safe at third. 2-0 in favor of the Burros. Brody Breidenbach with an RBI grounder. Halfley scores and Duffner moves to third.
Yeah, so just doing his part, just putting it in play and making sure that run gets in, and now it's all of a sudden just 2 quick runs here in the first inning. Burrows doing a good job of getting ahead early on in this one.
Now we seem to have an issue with third base itself. Going to have to get the grounds crew into action here. Just a reminder, we are coming to you from the Dakota Heritage Bank broadcast booth. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our future with locations and sharing our heritage with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. Now that's something you don't see very often.
Yeah, the grounds crew, like you said, getting some early work here. Maybe they weren't planning on doing any more things until after this game was done to fix up the field a little bit, but they're getting some early work here.
Do we need a new base, or do we have a problem with the little support that the base attaches itself to?
Let's see if we can get a bird's eye view on it here.
And the grounds crew was out here early today getting the field ready. It is in great condition. The field, or the area around home plate and the pitcher's mound, both covered with tarps over the weekend. And apparently everything is just fine now.
You just had to stomp it back in a little bit more, make sure it doesn't wiggle anymore.
Now Brayton Chenault, the right fielder, stands in. Chenault hitting .357. And that gets away from the catcher, and here comes run number 3 on the wild pitch. 3-0 Hillsboro Central Valley. So Hillsboro Central Valley, 2 hits, a walk in the inning, plus a couple of stolen bases, and now the wild pitch. Give them a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. Called strike 101. Chenault unusual for this time of the year. No home runs or runs batted in. Called strike 1 and 2. Second baseman Austin Cotton to hit next for Hillsboro Central Valley. Burrows up 3-0 bottom of the first. Off-speed pitch, nice shot. And for the first strikeout for John Molina. Hillsboro Central Valley get 3 in the first inning on 2 hits, a walk, no errors, and no one left on base. 1 complete on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
Worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Catcher Caleb Rainsbury.
Nelson County-Midkota come to bat in the top of the second inning with their 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Catcher Caleb Rainsbury, designated hitter Brody Landis, and left fielder Brendan Lenz. Brody Dickoff's first pitch is ball 1. Dickoff now with a 3-0 lead to work with. Walked a couple of batters in the first inning, but got out of trouble.
I kind of struggled with his control early on, but now with that 3-0 lead, gotta feel like there's some sense of relief there on the mound.
Caught the outside corner 1 and 2. Caleb, a freshman. Slightly close stance. That was close. 2 and 2. Dickoff's pitch. Hit in the air. Short right field. The second baseman Cotton able to make the catch for out number 1. And you notice the Burrows defenders closed in rather quickly toward that ball.
Man, like I said, doesn't look like it's that much wind, but it seems like it has kind of caught up in the air and blown around a little bit. So they're just all being super cautious, making sure that they have somebody underneath it.
Duffner in center field is playing rather shallow, too. Now Brody Landis, the designated hitter, he's batting for second baseman Noah Hoffman. That's fouled out of here, strike 1. Landis, L-A-N-D-E-I-S. Big cut and a miss, 0 and 2. Hillsboro Central Valley up 3-0, top of the second inning. High, 1 and 2. Left fielder Brendan Lenz a hit next for the Chargers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Brody Dickoff. 2 up and 2 down for the Chargers in the top of the second. Brings up left fielder Brendan Lenz.
Again, like I said, it just seems like with that lead now, it seems like Dickoff has kind of settled in and been able to find that strike zone now.
Just missing there, strike 1. Lenz, L-E-N-Z. Swing and a miss, 1 and 1. Right fielder Keaton Ronigan on deck for Nelson County-Midkota. Ooh, nice off-speed pitch, 1 and 2. And Lenz chased. Swing and a miss, strike three. Dickoff ends the top of the second with a couple of strikeouts. Nelson County-Midkota go down 1-2-3 in the top of the second. After an inning and a half on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
For the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family. Committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton. Or reach out and we'll happily come to you. Because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
Second baseman Austin Cotton looks at a pitch, caught the inside corner for strike one. Cotton to be followed by third baseman Matthew Hershey and pitcher Brody Dickoff in the bottom of the second for Hillsboro Central Valley. Cotton now in an 0-2 hole. He's batting .273, no home runs, 4 runs batted in. Went after an inside pitch, fouled it off, still 0-2. John Molina's pitch, that's hit in the air. That's not going to leave the infield. The shortstop, a long run to get that one. Brody Rainsbury for the out. You don't see that often. A shortstop running over to the second base position to catch a foul pop.
I was going to say, the second baseman would have to take about 3 steps forward to make that catch, but like you said, shortstop came all the way from his position. He said he's got it. He did, though.
Brody Rainsbury following that quite well. And a call strike now to third baseman Matthew Hershey. Batting .212, no home runs, 7 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Molina had a rough first inning, giving up 2 hits and a walk, 3 runs. Had 1 strikeout and also threw a wild pitch. Hershey stays alive, 0-2. Pop that one out of here again. Nice job handling an inside pitch to stay alive. Still hanging in there, Hershey.
Yeah, just in protection mode and doing a good job at it.
Stands very back in the right-hand batter's box. Whoop. That almost got him. 1-2. The 1-2. Fouled off again. Houghton is in center field and Keaton Roningen in right field, both kind of shallow.
I think he's got that song stuck in his head, just staying alive, staying alive.
Could be. Swung on slowly, hit to short. Brody Rainsbury up with it. Throw in time for out number 2. Nice play by Rainsbury on a slowly hit ball. Didn't panic with the throw. 2 up and 2 down now for Hillsboro Central Valley in the bottom of the second. They lead 3-0. And the pitcher Brody Dickoff comes up, batting .200. No homers, 8 runs batted in. Plays first base when he's not pitching. Looks at one high ball one.
On the count to Dickoff. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Burrows the lead.
That's fouled out of here for strike one. The winner of this game will play tomorrow against either Mayport CG or Thompson. The loser of this game will be in our third game against today, either against Mayport CG or Thompson. That pitch outside 2-1. All the games of the Region 2B baseball tournament will be on yourliveevent.com. All the way through to the championship game. That's low 3-1. That's into the air to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Keaton Ronigan up with the ball. Third hit for the Burros today.
And doing a good job of just taking that ball where it was pitched and just getting it right and slapping it into right field.
Mm-hmm. Carson Cazette is the courtesy runner for the pitcher. Kozojed. And he's a little related to the sponsor of our scoreboard, Tim Cazette Seed Sales. Now the top of the order, and catcher Tyson Leshek, who singled and scored in the first inning.
He was looking for a little bit more with that healthy hack.
Nelson County-Midkota outfielders back up a bit all the way around. Molina from the stretch. Runner goes. Pitches outside, throw to second, not in time. So Cazette with a stolen base. That is the third stolen base of the day for the Burros. And we're just in the second inning. 1-1 the count to Leshek. That's hit well to left field, but it's going to stay in the yard. And Lenz will make the catch to retire the side. Hillsboro Central Valley in the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left. 2 complete on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on yourliveevent.com.
You'll find spacious, beautifully updated apartments designed for your comfort. The elegant common areas are perfect for gathering with friends, enjoying engaging activities, and making new memories. With a focus on active senior living, you can be assured that every day is an opportunity for fulfillment and joy. To find out more, call 218-456-2105 for Heritage House in Halstead or visit halsteadlivingcenter.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities.
Right fielder Keaton Ronigan takes the first pitch for strike one, leading off the top of the third inning for Nelson County-Midkota. That's outside 1-1. Keaton Ronigan, the number 9 hitter in the Charger batting order. He'll be followed by Brody Rainsbury and Lakin Ronigan. Nelson County-Midkota, no runs, no hits, no errors. Hillsboro Central Valley, 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Brody Dickoff's pitch high, 3-1. Righty to righty. Calls strike 3-2. That looked like it was down Main Street.
Yeah, I would have swung at that one.
Outside ball 4. Third walk allowed by Brody Dickoff. And Keaton Ronigan, the runner at first for the Chargers, who are down 3-0. Now the top of the order, Brody Rainsbury, the shortstop. He walked his first time up. High ball 1. Duffner in center field pulled over toward left center. That swing and hit in the air to short right field, and that will drop in for a base hit right in front of Braden Chenault, the right fielder. First hit of the day for Nelson County-Midkota, and they've got runners at first and second with nobody out.
And again, that wind is just blowing straight in, so it's kind of why the outfielders are playing shallow. But it seems like every time the ball's hit the outfield, it's still even more shallow than they're anticipating.
Now third baseman Lycan Ronigan stands in. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. A bunt foul down the third base side for strike 1. Miller at first not holding with the runner Brody Rainsbury. Second baseman Cotton is up a bit as well. Another bunt again. Runner at second took off, and he is thrown out trying to steal for the first out. Leshuk to Hershey throwing out the lead runner Keaton Ronigan. Brody Rainsbury still at first, and now there's one out.
It's got to be a little bit frustrating. I get that bunt down if they're going to do the hit and run there.
That's frustrating, not only losing an out, but you also lose 2 bases.
Exactly.
1-1 to Lycan Ronigan. Brody Rainsbury at first with one out. Hit slowly to second. To short for 1, the relay. Got him, double play. 4-6-3 on the double play. Cotton to Halfley to Miller. That ends the top of the third for Nelson County-Midkota. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 2.5 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
People often ask me, why are Hillsboro Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsboro Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsboro students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
First pitch to shortstop Chase Halfley, inside for ball 1. Halfley followed by first baseman Bryce Miller and center fielder Alexander Duffner here in the bottom of the third inning. That's hit in the air. And having trouble finding it is Brody Rainsbury, but he got it for the out. Rainsbury, remember, last inning ran all the way to the second base position to catch a pop-up, and he didn't quite have the handle on this one as he did on the earlier ball. But made the play anyway. 1 up and 1 down for the Burros, brings up first baseman Bryce Miller, who had a sacrifice fly his first time up. Just high 2-0. John Molina, the right-hander. 2-0 pitch. Fastball low, 3-0. Molina's allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And a wild pitch. Took something off it, in for a strike, 3-1. Miller gives that a ride to left field, but Len's just in front of the warning track with the catch for the second out. That's twice Miller has hit the ball well to left and has nothing to show for it. Well, except the first one was a sacrifice fly, so it drove in a run. Shouldn't say nothing. Now, Alexander Duffner, the center fielder, stands in. He walked and scored in the first inning when the Burros scored all 3 of their runs. Inside ball 1. Following this game, Mayport CG against Thompson. That'll be on a different stream here on YourLiveEvent.com. Swinging a foul tip in the count 1-1. Interesting, the home plate umpire delivered that personally.
He just want to get his steps in for the day.
Well, at least I don't see a Uber sponsorship on the back of his shirt.
No
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. That's driven well into left field, and that's going to fall in for just foul.
Awfully close to the line there. A little frustrating.
I was thinking 2 bases there, and Duffner probably was as well. That's about the only place here where the chalk lines aren't terribly bright. The left field line. Molina's 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for John Molina. And a 1-2-3 inning for Hillsboro Central Valley in the third. Nothing across. 3 complete on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
We go to the top of the 4th inning at Mayville State University. Joe Lancello and Jacob Tenzin with you for the Region 2B baseball tournament. Hillsboro Central Valley leads Nelson County-Midkota 3-0. Swing of the first pitch by first baseman Landon Sundin, and lines that into left field for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Nelson County-Midkota. Now center fielder Cooper Hovdenis, who walked his first time up. Chargers trying to put something together here, trailing 3-0. Throw to first, and Sundin is back safely. Brody Dickoff, the right-hander, has allowed 2 hits, no runs. He's walked 3, struck out 2. Fastball high, 1-0. Pitcher John Molina on deck for Nelson County-Midkota. Breaking ball in for a strike, 1-1. Foul, 1-2 into the screen. The team that loses today in this game will have to play another game, our third game of the day later today, approximate 4 o'clock start, with the loser of our Mayport, CG, and Thompson matchup that's coming up next.
You want to try and avoid having to play a doubleheader as much as possible.
That's blooped into right field, and it's fair down the line.
That might be 3.
Sundin being waved into, but now they'll put up the stop sign, and runners at second and third on double by Hovdenis.
So if he didn't have the runner in front of him, I think he would have been on third, but unfortunate that just wasn't quite the speed there for the runner on third.
But runners on second and third with nobody out. A nice way to start the 4th inning. Now the pitcher, John Molina, who flied to center his first time up. Fastball outside, ball 1. Sundin at third, Hovdenis at second with nobody out. In the top of the 4th. Right back to the mound, Dickoff bobbling it. They got the runner caught off third. And now tagged out. Now we got to throw to second, and safe there.
Why did he go back to second? He could have just stayed right there on third and just made sure that you had the runner at least on third, and almost got thrown out at second too.
1-2, the scoring play. Hovdenis was just about at third, and it prevented Molina from trying to reach second himself.
Exactly, and Molina could have easily just walked over to second, and I think that play at the second was super close, but like you said, the runner on second was right next to third base and just decided to run back to second for whatever reason.
Coach Benjamin Strand having a word with the umpires. I'm not sure what the issue is, but we have runners at first and second. Molina's safe on a fielder's choice. Now Caleb Rainsbury, the catcher, who popped to second his first time up, and this one's a pop-up into short right field. Cotton has it for the second out, and a throw to second for a double play.
That's 2 big base running mistakes there.
Double plays in back-to-back innings now by the Hillsboro Central Valley defense. Nelson County-Midkota in the 4th run themselves out of a big inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left. The Chargers have stranded 3. Halfway through on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest Scoreboard, Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris. From Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Hillsboro Central Valley still with a 3-0 lead as the Burros come to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning of this Region 2B baseball playoff game. The Burros with hitters 5, 6, and 7 in their order. Designated hitter Brody Breidenbach, right fielder Braden Chenault, and second baseman Austin Cotton. Cotton very alert to see that the runner for Nelson County-Midkota that had been on second base really was stranded off second and threw over to the bag to double him up and end the 4th inning. Breidenbach grounded to short to drive in a run in the 1st inning.
And that was Nelson County-Midkota's best scoring chance they've had so far here today, and they just kind of blundered it with some base running mistakes.
Pitch is in the dirt, low, 1-1. Breidenbach to be followed by right fielder Braden Chenault and second baseman Austin Cotton. John Molina, the right-hander, deals. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Breidenbach, the DH, he's sitting for the left fielder Griffin Mitzel. Strike 3 called. 3 strikeouts from Molina as he's retired 5 in a row. 1 up and 1 down for the Burros in the bottom of the 4th. Brings up right fielder Braden Chenault, who struck out his first time up. High ball 1. Chargers in the outfield. Blends in left, giving up quite a bit of the left field line. Righty against righty, Molina's pitch. That's fouled out of here. 2-1 now to Chenault. The 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air to the right side. Might be playable. No, it isn't. Whoa. 2-2 now to Chenault.
Yeah, it looked like he was aware that the fence was there, but at the same time he kind of buried right into it.
Well, he didn't do the full flip at least. Landon Sundin with good hustle. The 2-2 on the way to Chenault. Ooh, off-speed pitch just missed. 3-2.
Going awfully close.
Molina's payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 consecutive strikeouts now for Molina and 4 in the game. 2 up and 2 down for Hillsboro Central Valley in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 3-0. And second baseman Austin Cotton, who popped to short his first time up. Fastball outside, ball 1. Fouled the plate, 1-1. Third baseman Matthew Hershey to hit next for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Molina's really settled into a groove here. Had that rough first inning, but otherwise his play really shut down pitching on the mound.
That's golfed in the air to center field. And Hovdenes with a long run that had to veer to his left to make the catch and retire the side. In the fourth, 3 up and 3 down for Hillsboro Central Valley. 4 complete on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Goal and Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the Big Air ATV show in the R&J Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, Check 6 Veterans Day, Youth Day, Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Time for an in-game update brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. As DH Brody Landis hits a soft liner to second baseman Austin Cotton, 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of the 5th. Hillsboro Central Valley, all 3 of their runs in the first inning. Bryce Miller with a sacrifice fly. Brody Breitenbach with an RBI grounder and the 3rd run scored on a wild pitch. And Brody Dickoff has allowed just 3 hits. He's walked 3, struck out 2, but has not allowed a run. Called strike. And that's our in-game update brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Brendan Lenz, the left fielder, hits this one into short center field. Duffner's got that covered for the 2nd out. Lenz now 0 for 2 today, struck out his first time up. Now Keaton Ronigan, the right fielder, who walked in the 3rd inning, was thrown out trying to steal. And strike called. Dickoff from the windup. Just missing the outside corner, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Brody Rainsbury, the shortstop, on deck for Nelson County-Midkota. Chargers down 3-0 here in the top of the 5th.
1-2 on the way is high, 2-2 now.
Outside 2-2.
And outside of the last inning, they haven't really had many runners on.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Brody Dickoff. And a 1-2-3 inning for Nelson County-Midkota in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 4.5 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on yourliveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro. The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Joe Lanzello and Jacob Tinson with you from Mayville State University, Scott Berry Field. Hillsboro Central Valley with a 3-0 lead. The Burros come to bat now in the bottom of the 5th inning with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Matthew Hershey, the third baseman, looks at a pitch low for ball 1. Matthew grounded to short his first time up. Right-hander John Molina's pitch. Line down the third base line, foul. Count evens 1-1. Hershey to be followed by pitcher Brody Dickoff and catcher Tyson Leshek here on the bottom of the 5th. 2-1. Molina's 2-1. Strike, catching the inside corner, 2-2. Nice pitch by Molina. After a rough first inning, he's retired 7 straight Hillsboro Central Valley batters. Here's a fly to center field. Hovden has struggled a little bit with it, but has the catch for the first out. Now pitcher Brody Dickoff, who singled his first time up. Burrows trying to advance to tomorrow and not have to play a second game today. The loser of this game will play either Mayport CG or Thompson tomorrow or later today in a consolation round game. 1-1 now to Dickoff. In the air to right field. Coming in after a little bit of a hesitant start was Keaton Ronigan, the right fielder, for the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Now the top of the order, Tyson Leshek, the catcher, who singled and scored in the first inning, fly to left in the second. We're on the bottom of the 5th. Lined. Fair. Down the left field line. Leshek speeds into second base, standing up with a double. 4th hit of the day for Hillsboro Central Valley. And Leshek in scoring position with 2 out. That ends a streak of 9 consecutive batters that Molina had retired. And it's the first hit for the Burros since Dickoff's single in the second inning. Now shortstop Chase Hafley, who singled and scored and popped to short. Molina out of the stretch. Missed inside, ball 1. That's golfed in the air to center field. Cooper Hovdenis makes the grab to retire the side. In the bottom of the 5th, Hillsboro Central Valley, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left. The Burros have stranded just 2 today. 5 innings complete on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
5 complete from Mayville State University, the Region 2B baseball playoffs. Nelson County-Midkota, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Or no errors, excuse me. Hillsboro Central Valley, 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Shortstop Brody Rainsbury leading off for Nelson County-Midkota here in the top of the 6th. Swung, hit back to Dickoff. 1 up and 1 down. Rainsbury had walked and singled in his 2 previous appearances. Now Lakin Ronigan, the third baseman, who reached on a fielder's choice and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his last time up. Righty to lefty. High ball 1. Hillsboro Central Valley, the number 1 seed in this tournament. Nelson County-Midkota, the 5th seed. They got here by beating Hatton Northwood 5-4 on Saturday. There was a strike call that caught the inside corner, 2-1. Dickoff's pitch, high 3. That's line foul down the right field line, and that didn't miss by much. Dickoff, the burly right-hander, deals. That's into the air, short left field. Griffin Mitchell making the catch for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down now for the Chargers on the top of the 6th. Now first baseman Landon Sundin, who hit into a fielder's choice and reached on a throwing error by the shortstop Halfley in the first inning, singled. And in the 4th inning, got caught in a rundown. I think that was a bunt, actually, and got thrown out trying to get back to third. A couple of base running errors. Here's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. So Sundin with his 2nd hit of the day and the 4th for Nelson County-Midkota. Now center fielder Cooper Hovness, who has walked and doubled. 1 for 1 officially. That's into the air to right field, running toward the line, but not being able to get it is Chenault. And Sundin is going to go to third. So a scoring threat now for Nelson County-Midkota. Runners at the corners with 2 out. And the tying run at the plate in the pitcher John Molina, who has fly to center and hit into a fielder's choice. Righty against righty. Dickoff now with a jam here on the top of the 6th. Grounded slowly to second. Cotton throws to first, and that retires the side. Nelson County-Midkota threatening the 6th, but come up empty. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 2 runners left. The Chargers have stranded 5. After 5.5 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, still Hillsboro Central Valley 3, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge-Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
With Jacob Tenzin, Joe Lancello with you from Mayville State University. Bottom of the sixth inning now. Hillsboro Central Valley coming up, looking to add to a 3-0 lead in this Region 2B semifinal. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters now for Hillsboro Central Valley. First baseman Bryce Miller, center fielder Alexander Duffner, and designated hitter Brody Breitenbach. First pitch to Miller is low ball 1. He has flied to left twice. The first one was a sacrifice fly to bring in a run in the first inning. And both times Miller's hit the ball pretty well. The 2-0. Low 3-0. John Molina has gone the distance on the mound for Nelson County-Midkota. He's allowed 4 hits. 3 runs all earned, walked 1, struck out 4, and thrown a wild pitch. Way inside ball 1. Ball 4. Second walk allowed by Molina.
Center fielder Alexander Duffner.
Now center fielder Alexander Duffner, who walked and scored in the first inning, struck out in the third. Burroughs wouldn't mind an insurance run with a 3-0 lead. Throw to first, and Miller is back safely. Nelson County-Midkota in the 7th will have their 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up. Caleb Brainsbury, Brody Landis, and Brendan Lenz. Curve high ball 1. Again, the loser will play in our third game of the day against Mayport CG or Thompson. Runner at first goes, off-speed pitch inside and no throw coming. And a stolen base for Miller. 4 stolen bases for the Burros today. 1-1 to Duffner, way inside. The runner at second trying to steal third, and he is in there. That surprised me. So Miller now at third with nobody out, and a 2-1 count to Duffner. Hit in the air, foul. 2-2 the count now to the Hillsboro Central Valley center fielder. Tapped foul down the third baseline. We'll do it again at 2-2. Mayport CG against Thompson will be our next game here on YourLiveEvent.com. And that game will be on a different stream here on YourLiveEvent.com. Oh, just getting a piece of it was Duffner. Still 2-2. DH Brody Breitenbach on deck for the Burros. Infield in now for Nelson County-Midkota. Off-speed pitch missing inside 3-2. Miller at third with nobody out. Burrows trying to add a 2 or 3-0 lead. Molina with a step off the rubber. Payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. Third walk allowed by John Molina. Back-to-back walks this inning. Runners at the corners now with nobody out for Hillsboro Central Valley. Now the runner coming in to score. And a throw to third out. I'm not sure why that happened the way it did, but we've got 2 runners out. There hadn't been a pitch thrown.
What a wild play. I just came back up here and just see an incredible double play that you don't typically see. Just 2 runners being thrown out at home and at third.
Swinging to Mr. Breitenbach. For strike 1. Brody has grounded to short to drive in a run and struck out. Here's a ground ball single into left field for a base hit.
And that base hit just gets a little more frustrating because it could have came with some RBIs there.
That's where you hope the coach doesn't, or is too busy on the base pass right now to try to give you a dirty look. And this one ricochets away from the catcher, Rainsbury, and Breitenbach will go to second. That was just kind of a freaky thing there, as it hit Caleb Rainsbury's foot and ricocheted away to allow Breitenbach to go to second. Second wild pitch of the day thrown by Molina. Chenault swings, hits it in the air, foul territory. Oh! Nobody caught the ball, but Molina and Rainsbury caught each other. Fortunately, nobody hurt.
Molina was going so fast. I haven't seen somebody run that fast in a while, especially coming off the pitcher's mound. He covered some ground there on that one.
Yeah. 2-1 the count to Chenault. Coach Logan Lunn having a chat with Caleb Rainsbury, the catcher. Still 3-0 Hillsboro Central Valley. Runner at second and 2 out. The 2-1 is low, and that gets away from the catcher. And Breitenbach will go to third on another wild pitch. 3 wild pitches thrown by Molina today. Chenault has struck out twice.
Again, outside of that first inning, it's been pretty good control there from Molina on the mound, but now here in this inning, we've been a little bit loose with it.
High ball 4. Third walk of the inning and 4th of the ball game for Molina. And runners at the corners now with 2 out.
Second baseman, Austin Cotton.
And the Burros got to be thinking, if we weren't so aggressive on the bases, they might have another run in.
Pinch runner at first base. Number 6, Hunter Kleckner.
1, maybe even 2.
Hunter Kleckner is the pinch runner at first, Cleckner. At this stage of the game, Coach Benjamin Strand wanting a little more speed on the bases, and now we've got a mound visit. And this is brought to you by Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County. Molina has gone the distance, but he's had a rough 6th inning, 3 walks and a single. And if not for some over-aggressive base running by Hillsboro Central Valley, he'd have given up another couple of runs.
Again, very fortunate that there hasn't been more runs put up because of those aggressive running of the base paths of the Burros, but still hold that 3-run lead, so I guess I kind of can't blame him for trying to be more aggressive and blow that up even more.
Now, Kleckner, you would think, would be taking off for second. He has 13 stolen bases on the year. Low and outside ball one. Nice block by Caleb Rainsbury. Cotton has popped to short and fly to center in 2 at-bats. Kleckner on first, Breitenbach at third with 2 out. Low, and again a good block on the delayed takeoff by Kleckner, and he is on second.
Bless you.
Whoa. 3-0. Third baseman Matthew Hershey on deck for Hillsboro Central Valley. Molina from the windup with runners at second and third. Strike 3-1. Hillsboro Central Valley, all 3 of their runs in the first inning. Looking to add to that here in the bottom of the 6th. Outside ball 4. 5 walks by Molina for this inning. And for all your insurance questions, see Trell County's agents with answers. Agent Brad Richter in Hillsboro and sales associate Nick Preston in Mayville.
That Richter still going. High pressure moment right now.
Breitenbach on third, Chenault on second. Cotton at first for third baseman Matthew Hershey, who is grounded to short and fly to center. The 1-0. 2-0. Molina trying to work hitters inside, and he's not connecting. The 2-0. Inside 3-0. No bullpen activity, so if there is a pitching change, it will come from someone on the field. The 3-0. Strike 3-1. Hershey kind of pulled the bat back as if to say, show me you can throw a strike. The 3-1. That's hit in the air to left field. And foul. And the count goes 3-2.
Got a good rip on that one, but just a little bit out in front of it.
Breitenbach on third, Chenault on second, Cotton at first. They'll almost need starters blocks from the track team because everybody's running. That's outside ball 4, and a run scores. 4-0. Breitenbach comes in to score from third. Chenault goes to third. Cotton to second. Hershey to first with a run batted in, and it's 4-0. 5 walks this inning by John Molina. Bases are still loaded for pitcher Brody Dickoff, who has singled and flied to right in 2 at-bats. Foul out of here, strike 1.
So we'll see if he can help his cause even more and roll this lead a little bit more with these 2 outs.
Off-speed pitch high, 1-1. Molina looks at a called strike 1-2. Or Dickoff, excuse me. The pitch from Molina. Bases loaded, 2 out. Just missed 2-2. Catcher Tyson Leshek hoping to hit next for the Burros. The 2-2. Fouled off. He'll do it again at 2-2. Kleckner at third, Cotton at second, Hershey at first. Burrows with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th and a 4-0 lead. Hit in the air right side and out at play. Still 2-2 to the number 22, Brody Dickoff. Molina's pitch. Fouled again. Still 2-2.
115 pitches for Molina.
So Molina getting close to his limit as far as pitches go. The 2-2 again. Low and away, 3-2. And again, the runners are going to take off. Kleckner from third, Cotton at second, and Hershey at first. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. 5th strikeout for Molina. Burrows go down to the 6th, but they add to their lead with a run on 1 hit. 5 walks, no errors, 3 runners left. The Burrows have stranded 5. 6 complete on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Nelson County Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Nelson County-Midkota with their last chance here in the top of the 7th inning. They trail Hillsboro Central Valley 4-0. And the Chargers with their 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Catcher Caleb Rainsbury, designated hitter Brody Landis, and left fielder Brendan Lenz. Brody Dickoff with a 5-hit shutout going here in the top of the 7th. He's walked 3 and struck out 3. First pitch is high to Caleb Rainsbury. Caleb has popped to second twice, the last of those turning into a double play. When the runner at second, Hubdenus, was caught way off second base and doubled up easily for a double play that ended the 4th inning for the Chargers. 3-0 now to Caleb. Strike of the knees, 3-1. Hits are even at 5 apiece. High ball 4. 4th walk by Brody Dickoff. This will bring up the DH Brody Landis, who has struck out and lined to second. Landis batting for second baseman Noah Hoffman. Fastball outside, 1-0. Burrows have pulled off 2 double plays today. Swung on, popped out of here. Count evens 1-1. Hillsboro Central Valley 3 in the 1st and 1 in the 6th. Fouled out of here. Count goes 1-2. Burrows trying to get their 3rd win of the season against Nelson County-Midkota. Dickoff's 1-2. Strike 3 called for the first out. 4 strikeouts now for Dickoff. 1 down for the Chargers in the top of the 7th.
So after the walk, doing a good job was Dickoff, just answering right back, getting the strikeout there.
Fastball outside, ball 1. At this stage, the base runner isn't so important. It's get the hitter. Lenz fouls this off. Count evens 1-1. Brendan has struck out and fly to center.
Yeah, especially with that 4-run lead, even if one happens to come in, it really doesn't matter at this point.
Lenz with a long look, and it's a called strike. 1-2. Right fielder Keaton Ronigan on deck for Nelson County-Midkota. Caleb Rainsbury, the runner at first. That's hit to center field. Duffner in the right spot for out number 2. Chargers down to their last out, and this will be right fielder Keaton Ronigan. Or will it? Logan Lund, the coach, coming over toward the home plate umpire. And this is Tegan Dolan, number 12. Ronigan with a walk and a strikeout in 2 appearances.
Number 12, Tegan Dolan.
D-A-H-L-E-N, he's a sophomore. Swing and a foul by Dolan, strike 1. 4-0 Hillsboro Central Valley. Burrows 1 out away from moving into a game tomorrow morning against Mayport, CG, or Thompson. Rainsbury, a short lead at first. Swing and a pop up to the right side. That's out of here. And Nelson County-Midkota down to their last strike. Dickoff from the stretch. High 2-2. Shortstop Brody Rainsbury on deck for Nelson County-Midkota. Ooh, strike 3 called, and this one is over. 5 strikeouts for Brody Dickoff. And it's a 5-hit shutout for Dickoff. For Nelson County-Midkota, no runs, no hits. There was a walk, no errors, 1 runner left. The Chargers stranded 6. The final on the Tim Cazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Hillsboro Central Valley 4, Nelson County-Midkota nothing on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
At Heritage House in Halstead, you'll find spacious, beautifully updated apartments designed for your comfort. The elegant common areas are perfect for gathering with friends, enjoying engaging activities, and making new memories. With a focus on active senior living, you can be assured that every day is an opportunity for fulfillment and joy. To find out more, call 218-456-2105 for Heritage House in Halstead or visit halsteadlivingcenter.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities. People often ask me, why are Hillsboro's Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsboro Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsboro students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
Joe Lancello and Jacob Tenzin back with you from Mayville State University. Hillsboro Central Valley has advanced to the winner's bracket final tomorrow against either Mayport, CG, or Thompson. The Burros beating Nelson County-Midkota 4-0 today. The totals, Nelson County-Midkota, no runs, 5 hits, no errors, 6 runners left on base. Hillsboro Central Valley, 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 5 runners left. Time of the game, 1 hour and 29 minutes. The winning pitcher, Brody Dickoff. He pitched a complete game, a 5-hit shutout. He walked 4, struck out 5. And taking the loss for Nelson County-Midkota, John Molina. In 6 innings, he gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Walked 6 and struck out 5. He also threw 3 wild pitches. Burros got their 3 runs in the opening inning after back-to-back singles by Tyson Lushik and Chase Halfley. Bryce Miller had a sacrifice fly to left. Alexander Duffner then with a walk to put runners at first. 2 runners at first and third. Brody Breitenbach then with a ground out to short to drive in Halfley to make it 2-0. And then Alexander Duffner would score on a wild pitch to make it 3-0. No more scoring until the 6th. With 2 out, Brody Breitenbach singled. Then 3 consecutive walks brought Breitenbach in to score. Matthew Hershey's walk driving in the 4th run of the game. And it ends up 4-0 in favor of the Burros. Hillsboro Central Valley now 11-7 on the year. Nelson County-Midkota at 7-10. Time now for our post-game awards. We'll start with our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And I'll be going with Hillsboro Central Valley pitcher Brody Dickoff. It's hard to knock a guy who throws a 5-hit shutout. Walked 4, struck out 5. Brody Dickoff, our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge. Our precision play of the game brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com, planterdoc.com. I'll go with the Hillsboro Central Valley players' batting eyes in the 6th inning when they took advantage of 5 walks and got another run on the board.
Could have been a lot more, too, if it wasn't for some sloppy base running or some aggressive base running. I wouldn't say sloppy, aggressive base running. But they were definitely, like you said, being precise with their eyes and watching those pitches.
You're right there. And again, our precision play of the game brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. And finally, our connection of the game brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. And I'll go with, excuse me, I'll go with the connection between pitcher Brody Dickoff and catcher Tyson Leshuk. As Dickoff was able to get 5 strikeouts on the day, including 2 in the top of the 7th inning, and retiring Tegan Dolan for the final out of the game in the top of the 7th. Our connection of the game brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. Hillsboro Central Valley goes on to play tomorrow morning at 11 against either Mayport CG or Thompson. Nelson County-Midkota will face the loser of our upcoming game with Mayport CG and Thompson. And that'll be coming up shortly on a different stream. The Patriots and the Tommies here on YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to the folks at Mayville State. Thanks to you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. With Jacob Tenson, I'm Joe Lancello. Hillsboro Central Valley advances 4-0 over Nelson County-Midkota. We'll be back very shortly on a different stream with Mayport CG and Thompson here on YourLiveEvent.com.